I don't think it's too dark at all.
Right. Awesome.
Okay, so, and we're live. So I'll give a couple minutes, a couple seconds here for people to join on, or if not, they can watch later. All right.
Absolutely.
Okay. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm so excited for tonight. I've had this interview scheduled last Friday and I wasn't feeling well and had to put it off. And then I updated my research and I'm so happy to have Carl Ray join me tonight. How are you, Carl?
I am wonderful. How are you? I'm so glad to be here.
I'm good. I'm glad. I'm so glad to finally get to talk with you. And I have, like, look, my list is front and back. And I mean, a lot of it's chicken scratch, but I know what I wrote.
You sound like a songwriter. That's the same thing we say.
Yeah,
we know what we wrote, right?
That's what it looks like. It looks like a songwriter had a hold of this. I mean, there's 3 different colors of ink, and because I'll think of something later. And
Absolutely.
Okay, so all right. So I just want to introduce you real quick to, this is Officer Joshua Scales that has commented, and he's going to start it off with, "You've got some dirt on your head." And at first I was like, oh no, no, I don't. And then I was like, oh, okay, Dallas. Officer Scales is in North Carolina.
I love you, officer.
he is, I actually asked him if he had a chance to stop in tonight because, and I know I'm supposed to be talking about you, Carl. However, the reason that I wanted him to join in is because I think that the two of you, he's part of a duo with another officer called Love Behind the Badge. And
wow.
They do a lot of amazing things. And we are a proud partner with Love Behind the Badge. And wow. So I wanted him to come in. I wanted him to hear your story. I want him to see this video because I think that it would be a great thing for you all to team up together and be able to bring some more love to this world.
Can I ask one question?
Sure.
Do they have a song titled "Love Behind the Badge"?
They do not have a song.
We gotta write that song. What a title.
There we go. Okay,
Love,
Josh.
Love Behind the Badge.
Joshua he does sing. And he's a motivational speaker. And, on top of all of that, he's a police officer.
Yes. Love Behind the Badge. Oh, that's good.
There you go.
Good.
See, so that's why, there it is. That's the God moment I wanted, was there had to be some reason. And
Love Behind the Badge. Woo!
It's for you to help write that song. There you go.
I love that.
Josh, I'm going to put you in contact with Carl, and then you all work that song out. And then I want to make sure that I want to make sure, one, we're going to get the exclusive on that song.
I got to write this down. So
write it down.
Awesome. Nice meeting you.
So now we can, Josh, I tried to make it all about you for a little bit here. So I know Udi, the other officer is Officer Udi. And if you're on TikTok.
I am.
Check them out on TikTok. It's okay. Officer Scales and Officer Udi. But there you go. Hopefully that's some more followers. And then you all need to follow him back too. So, okay. Now that I've done Love Behind the Badge promo, which awesome. Look, I don't mind doing it all. I love those guys. I love everything they do. And we are proud to be part of everything with them that we can be. But let's talk about you. That's what you're here for. Okay. So you have this amazing career span. Yeah. And as I said, is it okay that I tell your age?
No, it's perfectly fine.
Okay. Y'all, Mr. Carl is 62 years old. Can y'all believe that? Look at that man.
Howdy, partner.
I mean, I could not believe it. I was like, I've read something wrong.
Yeah,
And then it was talking about when you were younger that you'd opened up for like, you'd shared a stage with BB King and Teddy Pendergrass. And I was like, he cannot be this old. I'm 49. He is not as old as me, but I don't know whatever they have in the water in Houston, Texas. So you have this amazing career, and then you got to a point, and because this is I want to talk about this for a second. You got to this point on what, I don't know what year the Christmas Eve event was.
Yeah.
What year was the Christmas Eve?
I can't remember right off. I've forgotten, but I know the moment.
Okay.
It's
so
the moment that has been branded on me.
There was a Christmas Eve.
Yes.
And you were kind of contemplating on whether you were going to continue to go down this road as a country music artist or what you were going to do. Your friend owns a dealership, car dealership. A new country star happens to walk into this dealership. Your music's playing overhead. This country star happens to hear it and says, "Who's that?" Tell us the rest of the story.
Yeah, so to be completely honest, I had said I'm not doing this country music ever again.
Okay, I was being nice.
You're being nice, but let's just get straight to it.
All right.
and so in all honesty, you know, when you write songs, I was writing a lot of R&B, reggae, and a friend of mine, Johnny Nash, who recently passed, most noted for I Can See Clearly Now, who was my mentor, publisher, and friend, all of it. And, you know, we were talking one day, he said, man, you know, you really should concentrate on writing some country songs. And it was from there that I started. But I realized by going to Nashville, I wasn't really that good of a country writer. And I learned so much as what it takes to write a good country song. And I got beat up by publishers so bad. They kicked my butt, and one after another. And I came back to Tulsa and I was just whooped. And I just said, man, I'm done. You know, and so my wife went out kid went out to shop some more. And I stayed home. They said, come on, let's go. And I said, nope, not going. And I'm waddling around. Oh, woe is me, woe is me, woe is me. And the phone rang. John calls. He said, hey, Carl, listen, you home? I said, yeah. And he said, I'm going to come by and I got somebody I want you to meet. And so John didn't show up. And about 15 minutes later, he called back and said, hey, man, I can't get out of the parking lot. He said, but I got somebody who wants to talk to you. And I said, okay. And so guy gets on the phone. He said, Carl Ray, what's happening? What's going on? I said, hey, man, what's going on? He said, hey, I'm sitting here with John, and I had to come in the back to his office to fill out some paperwork because it got a little too, busy up front. And, he was playing your music. And I asked, who was it? And he said, well, it's my friend Carl Ray. He's a country singer. He happens to be black. And so Garth said, no way. And John said, well, let's drive over. You want to test drive the Durango he was buying? So let's just drive over his house and surprise him, And Garth had been known to do crazy things like that.
Yeah, you went over that really quick. It was Garth Brooks, guys. It was Garth Brooks.
Yeah. So when they didn't show up, he said he wanted to call. And so he said, hey, Carl, I've been listening to your music while I'm filling out this paperwork. And I just felt like I was supposed to call you, man. And he said, I like what you're doing. I would keep writing, because the music, that in all sincerity, wasn't that great. It really wasn't. I knew it, but John loved it, my friend. And I said, okay, John, if you love it, but I had no clue he would be playing the stuff, right? It was just for John.
Right.
And Garth said, no, man. He said, I just want to encourage you. He said, don't stop writing. Don't give up. He said, this business is tough. And I think he said tough as hell, whatever he said. He said, but don't forget the person who gave you the gift.
Look, I can't. I already got my
So,
Kleenexes.
yeah. So I'm sitting at home and I'm not believing this because I'm just saying I'm done with this. God, I don't want to do this no more.
Yeah.
And all this happens. And so Garth didn't say, "Hey, Carl, come on, meet me tomorrow. We'll have pancakes and breakfast. We'll talk about your music career, recording with you, and everything." Right? No, it was none of that. But I didn't need that.
Yeah.
What I needed is just what I got because after I hung up, and he was very sweet, very nice. I just felt God saying to me that, Carl, you don't have to worry about the music. You don't have to worry about what your needs are or anything. I have the ability. I want you to know I have the ability to bring the best of everything to your doorstep.
Yeah.
You don't have to scheme, connive, buy your way into it. I hold all power in my hands. And he at that time, Garth, he's still the best in my opinion. I love Garth. But God brought my angel, Garth,
Yeah.
to my doorstep.
Oh, well, I got all the goosies with that. I
And
like when I read that, I thought, and I put down in quotes, always remember the one who gave you the gift because it is so true.
yeah,
We tend to forget that, and we want whatever our gift or our talent is, we want to
yeah,
control what happens with things. We
absolutely.
forget that we're not in control.
Yeah, and after that, it gave me a peace. And so as I moved through my career, highs and lows, I stayed the same because I wasn't. I knew it was more than about the fame and money. It was more about touching people. Because Garth had a lot of money, a lot of fame, but he had this sense of able to pick up the phone or to buy somebody a meal, whatever he did
Right.
that went unseen. And he would never know this story unless
Right.
unless he heard it. I mean, but he just did. So he probably has no clue that I'm talking about this right here.
Well, I look, I would love to believe that Garth tunes in to when Road Dog Media Group goes live. And maybe he will at some point, or somebody will get it to him. If anybody out there sees this, hears this, tag Garth in it, let him know what a difference he made for Carl.
Oh, and so and on all of my CDs from that point on, I just start thanking him and to Garth Brooks, my angel.
Oh, see, I love you.
Yeah, I
You
just,
know,
I mean,
I,
it changed my perspective. It changed how because music, I didn't choose music. Music chose me. God gave
right.
me the gift. I didn't give myself this gift. It chose
Right.
me. And so the question I have is, how do I inspire people, with
Yes.
music and how I live, so.
Yeah, and Joshua just said, "Yep, we're bringing this man on board." I tell you what, let's since we still have Josh here, let's and I want people to hear and see this gift. So let me play the video
Okay.
because
Awesome.
August of 2020 is when this song developed, and
Yeah.
I want to talk about that after we watch it. It's very timely, and I've watched it, but I do have, like, I got a brand new pack of Kleenexes because so let me open this up here, and I'm gonna share this video because I definitely want anybody and everybody to see this video.
Awesome.
It's your new single, I stand with this country. So let's get it.
Cities burn, voices cry. Hell helicopters in the sky, tear gas chokes, fire and smoke. Yes, we reap just what we sow. And I stand with this country. I stand for peace. I stand for all the hopeless when I've been in my knees. And say this prayer, Lord, I know you're there. I leave it all in your hands. I stand with this country. Black and white, wrong and right, evil reigns, hate and pain. Give the devil his due, dividing me and you. When I stand with this country, I stand for peace. I stand for all the hopeless when I've been in my knees. And say this prayer, Lord, I know you're there. I leave it all in your hands. I stand with this country. God, take away the evil in thy country, 'tis of thee, and heal your broken people. Your truth will make us free. And I stand with this country. Man, I stand for peace. I stand for all the hopeless when I've been on my knees and say this prayer, Lord, I know you're there. I leave it all in your hands. I stand with this country. I stand with this country.
I, I don't even, I don't even know what to say, other than there are very few through this whole thing. There's very few songs, or I try not to get political at all on here.
Yeah, I understand.
Because, everybody has their point of view. However, as you can see, I mean, I have red, white, and blue behind me. I have veterans in
Yes.
my family. I have police officers that are like, they are my brothers in Christ. And so in all of that, like, and I'm not speechless a lot. it's
Oh,
damn.
Well, that's precious. And I thank you for just, having a heart to hear, because when I started writing this song, it was a lot happening in our country this year. And I don't have to go through all that, but
right.
But needless to say, I have Black friends, I have white friends. My friends, I even look like carnival people, and carnival people are fun. They have earrings, they're quirky. I just love them, and I've been in the mountains of Tennessee, in places in homes where there's never been a Black person. playing music, holding someone's child who's never been held, and crying with them, praying with them, singing with them. And, I know that there are a lot of good people here in this country,
Yes, yes.
And I just have a heart for people, and regardless of what your political beliefs are, this song is really not about Republicans, Democrats, white, blacks. If you looked at the video and saw those images, it's about us loving our police officers, them loving us back. It's about standing with even our presidential leaders when we don't agree with them.
Yes.
And I guarantee you, there are people in that video that I didn't agree with, I don't agree with, but my heart is to pray for them.
Yes.
And if I truly believe that God is in control, if I truly believe that, then I'm not always looking at man to take care of me. And so we've got to learn to get along with each other, to love each other, and have civility. And we have a invisible civil contract that we're not going to hurt people, really. That we're going to be respectful, and kind. That's an invisible contract we don't sign, really, but it's there. It's among us. And I just hope that it's a clarion call for the heart of men.
Well, and you're right, because I don't care what color someone's skin is.
Yes.
I don't care. I don't care what their political beliefs are, which is why I usually don't talk about it, because it doesn't matter to me. You are who you are, and I love somebody for their heart, and I don't remember where it said that it was my job to judge somebody else. I'm just saying. So
I'm ringing that bell with you.
Yeah. So, but huge congrats on this song, because
thank you.
And when we started this, I told you, you can sing it if you want to. I'd be happy for that. And I'm glad that you wanted the video played, because as much as I would love for you to sit there and serenade me, look.
I'll do that another time.
Okay. We'll do that another time, because I'll tell you what I'm going to have you do then is I'm going to have you do When a Memory Fades Away. Like from your 2007 debut album, which, can we just talk about that for a second?
Yeah.
The title of this, play that country music, black boy.
Yeah.
And when I'm listening, and when you got into the chorus, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's genius. And I had my better half listen to it, and he thought it was great too. But what a great, because yes, instead of play the funky music, white boy, nobody expects.
And it's a true story. It's a true story. I was in Lawton, Oklahoma, and I was playing with a great guitarist and great country music singer, Wade Hayes.
Wade Hayes. Oh, he's the best.
Right?
Wade is the best.
So I'm playing with Wade, his father, and their friends. They had a little small band, and my publicist had hooked it up. And so we're playing, and Wade leans over. He said, "Hey, Carl, do you know Play That Funky Music, White Boy?" Right? So I said, "Man, I don't know. I don't know it. I know the song, but I play it." I said, "But if you play it, I'll just pretend I'm playing. Just play it, man." And so we didn't play it, but this guy walked up to me, this soldier. He walked up to the stage, and he had never seen a black person playing country music. And he walked up. He said, "Hey, play that country music, black boy." And I said, "That's cool, right?"
You said, "Oh, wait, there's a title to a song."
Well, I went over. I was in Zurich playing, and this guy walked up to the stage, and he said in broken German or whatever the language, "Play that country music, black boy." And it was at that point that I said, "Okay, I'm gonna write it."
Yep, it's got to be a song.
And I said, Nashville wasn't playing a lot of my music back then. I said, so it don't matter. I'm gonna just put it down anyway. It's been a great starter.
Okay, what'd Johnny think about that song?
Well, when he heard the whole thing, he called and he said, "Man, one of his favorites was When a Memory Fades Away." That was one of his favorites, and it's one of my favorites. I mean, it is, and it's really about life. You're getting stronger when a memory fades away. You cut yourself or you bruise yourself, and all of a sudden one day you wake up after this thing has been hurting, you say, "Man, that thing don't hurt no more."
Yeah,
it just don't hurt anymore. You may see the scar, but but when a memory fades away.
Yeah, I mean, and that when I listen to that song, I have played it for my mother, my father, my better half, and I've had my phone off and down just so it was playing, and I'm like, just listen. And then when I flipped the phone up, my mother, she was like, I didn't expect that. But she did the same thing with Charlie Pride.
Yeah.
And so, and look at Charlie now, Lifetime Achievement Award the other night.
Come on now, Charlie.
And then Jimmy Allen, I mean, amazing for Jimmy that he got to give that up to Charlie.
I said, come on, Jim. How good is that,
I mean, and let's talk about the fact that you're on this ranked list, number 2, and it's the essence.com top Black country singers you should know.
Yeah.
You're number 2. Now, I would say you're number 1 because I don't necessarily clap.
Hugs.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna say I can't wait till I see you because I am gonna give you a big old hug. I don't consider Aaron to be country.
Yeah.
So I think we need to move Carl up on that list. And so, I mean, we have number 1 as Aaron Neville, which I think there needs to be an asterisk by that because I even though he did a Johnny Cash cover and he's an amazing singer, I don't think he's a country artist. Then we have number 2, Carl Ray. Number 7, Mickey Guyton. Oh,
come on now, Mickey. There's a great article out now. It was done by Rolling Stones, and
yes.
And so we talk about back in the day, there wasn't a lot of opportunity for Blacks in country music. And this organization, the Black Country Music Association, was kind of a hub for us to meet, learn more about the industry, et cetera, et cetera. But out of that came some great learning, some great music. And I just read something from Mickey that she said, I wish we had the Black Country Music Association again, just for a incubator for artists of color to learn the industry. Because you have a lot of young people coming into Nashville and they don't have a clue about the business or what to do.
What a great idea.
Yeah. But we don't need another Black organization for country music. We need one for learning,
Right.
Education and for how do you do this, who to meet in the industry and how to write contracts and understand them.
Well, and I'm going to just go a couple more on that list. Number 8 is Charlie Pride. 11, we have Cowboy Troy, and 12 is Darius Rucker brings it in. So, and I think the CMA Awards the other night kind of really focused on this too. I mean, Darius was hosting, and that's not happened before. And then
never.
And then you had Charlie winning the Lifetime Achievement Award. And shout out to Charlie's team, which, I mean, I know that some of them are the same as some of yours, which is kind of cool.
It's real cool, right? It's really cool. And they did a fabulous job,
So I think we're going to, I think as people, and I don't, well, here I'm going to get into a color conversation. I don't know why it even matters, for one. Like there's no color. A song doesn't see color. The notes, the lyrics,
absolutely,
the instrument, none of that's color. So it doesn't matter to me what skin pigmentation somebody is. I just want to hear a great song and see a great performance. So
I agree.
Yeah, and I know you have been compared to Vince Gill, and look, I second that, especially with my favorite song.
By the way, I sent that song to Vince. There was a guy who passed away some time ago. His name was Wayman Tisdale. Wayman was a basketball player for the Phoenix Suns, a really great basketball player, but he played jazz bass. And I knew him in Tulsa, Oklahoma, same town I heard from Garth. But he called me. He said, "Man, why don't you come over to the studio one day?" And I was over there. We were just kidding around. I picked up his guitar. And I just started singing When a Memory Fades Away. He said, play it again. And so I said, okay. And he said, play it again. And he said, we got to get this to Vince. He knew Vince personally. And so I said, well, okay, let's do it. So we recorded it, sent it to Vince. Vince didn't cut it, but he loved the song. And then Wayman passed on, and that was kind of it for that song with Vince. Well,
Vince at least knows it's there. And yeah, I could totally see Vince doing it. Although, I mean, I'm a Carl Ray fan on that song. I mean, and I love Vince, but I think sometimes you fall in love with the originals, and it's hard.
I love it.
I love it. Okay, I could talk to you all night. We're gonna have to schedule another one.
Is it over? No, don't leave me now.
I know. I don't want to. I haven't. I promise. If I didn't have to do another interview with the lovely Ashley Barron, I would stay on here probably for an hour or so, and you'd be like,
Ashley, okay, I'll.
It's Ashley, and you'd be like, Laura, oh my God, will this girl ever shut up? But I love you so much, and I love you so much, and I haven't even met you yet. But I love everything you stand for. I love everything that you write about. I love your heart. I love this song, I Stand With My Country. You'll make sure you check him out. And I've got written, so go to his website, Carl Ray, and it's ray.com. You can find him on Facebook and TikTok, but Carl Ray Music. And make sure that you, Josh is to check out the podcast Thursday night. I'm going to get to be my very first appearance on a podcast. Love Behind the Badge is having me on.
Whew,
I know, right?
That's awesome.
You want my autograph now?
Yeah, you know I do.
I'm gonna mail it to you.
Now, the other thing, lastly, on Spotify, I have a playlist called Carl Ray's Black Country Music Radio. On there, there's about 30 hours of Black country music, all Black country music artists. So you can't get this music anywhere in the world.
And it's on Spotify, right?
Spotify. So those people who have Spotify, who want to add it to their playlist, again, it's about the music. And so I was always trying to promote the music of people of color.
I'm going to close with this, that there's a line in your bio that I almost think you need to have put on a hoodie or a t-shirt.
Wow.
If you believe in God, destiny, and second chances, then you must believe in Carl Ray. Look, I can't. Oh my gosh. Like,
I just, again, God has he's just been so good. And
he is. And look,
I always will be.
Oh, yes, sir. I am so glad.
And I enjoyed it.
You're good. Now you stop it. You're going to make me blush. I'm going to have to fix my makeup before I start with it. I mean, and I've heard some of Ashley's music too. I'm going to need some more Kleenex for this. This night's over. It's all right. Kleenex needs to sponsor me, by the way. Seriously, though, thank you so much. I can't wait till we can actually meet in person and stop all this quarantine stuff. And we'll get to see you somewhere, and I'll get you Josh's information so you all can get that song "Love Behind the Badge" written. Another artist, Corey Lane, check him out too. I don't know where his voice came from. Well, yes, I do. God, I mean, I am surrounded by all these talented people in this room right now that it's amazing. So thank you so much for spending some time with us.
God bless you. God
you
bless
you. And you.
All your listeners and viewers, thank you so much for being patient with me tonight.
No, I love you. I'm sending you little hearts and kisses, and Hugs. Yes. I love you so much. And we'll talk very soon.
Okay.
You all make sure you check him out. Carl Ray Music. Get the single, I Stand With My Country. Watch the video over and over and over and over again, because you're going to see something different every time that you missed. But he's amazing. There's 3 full albums out there, and hopefully some more to come real soon.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Carl.
Okay.
Take care.
Take care. God bless you.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hang on for me, Carl.
All right.